Thanks for clicking on the AkronNewsNow.com update today. I'm Lindsay McCoy bringing you the latest local news. First up, 2 Akron Aeros players face felony assault charges for an alleged bar fight.
An apparent bar fight at Whiskey Dick's in downtown Akron ended with 2 Aeros players facing charges. Akron Police Lieutenant Rick Edwards reports 2 players, 23-year-old first baseman Bo Mills and 27-year-old outfielder Jared Head, both face felonious assault charges. Now, according to police, the victim says he was taunted by the suspects while out enjoying himself the night of June 3rd.
Looks like the Aeros players basically got into some type of altercation with the victim where he was injured, transported to a hospital. 2 of the players have been arrested, and they are out on bond at this point.
Police are still seeking another suspect, Columbus Clippers pitcher Joshua Tomlin, on a felonious assault charge. Tomlin played for the Aeros last season.
Still no word yet on the disciplinary actions against the players. We do know that Head was on the Akron Aeros lineup this week, while Bo Mills has been off the field this season on the injured list. And the Aeros did provide this statement regarding the incident. They say, "We are aware of the incident and we are going to allow the legal process to play out and will have no further comment until then." The 25-year-old victim was treated and released from the hospital recently. Both Mills and Head are due back in court on July 9th for a status hearing. And a fatal hit-and-run lands this man in jail. Denny Flinders is found guilty of vehicular homicide charges, among other charges, after he allegedly hit Eddie Hale and another person with his car. Hale died the next day while the other victim survived. Flinders is now sitting behind bars until his sentencing on July 26th. An investigation into Stark County's finances reveals millions of dollars were stolen from taxpayers. AkronNewsNow.com's Chris Kepler joins us now from the newsroom with more details.
The state auditor says the former chief deputy Stark County treasurer admitted to stealing between $100,000 and $200,000, but Vince Futacci is actually accused of stealing about $3 million from taxpayers. There were $2.7 million in funds that were never deposited and another $230,000 in money that came in the form of checks that Futacci allegedly cashed at a local bank. Now, it happened about a year ago, but county, state, and federal officials are announcing it now that Futacci faces formal charges.
The city of Akron and 1 police officer are named in a lawsuit. The Beacon Journal reports Sarah Watkins claimed that she was wrongly imprisoned last summer after an incident with her video camera. And Watkins claims that she was humiliated at the Summit County Jail during a booking process on June 23rd last year. Now, you can read more about this story on AkronNewsNow.com. And there will be no major disaster declaration for the Ohio County hit hard by a tornado earlier this month. Approval would allow residents and the local government in the Toledo area to seek federal disaster aid, but FEMA says no. The agency maintains that the damage from the storm that killed 6 people was not severe enough that it could not be covered by the state, local, and volunteer resources. Now, the state has committed more than $650,000 for relief efforts, and Governor Ted Strickland says he will pursue other federal programs. As we look at our Akron area forecast today, mostly sunny skies, but it looks like we will have a chance for thunderstorms for the next week. Today, a high of 81 degrees for your Saturday this weekend, a chance for thunderstorms, a high of 86. As we look at our 5-day forecast, 89 degrees for your high on Sunday. A chance for thunderstorms lingers into next week with highs in the 80s and upper 70s. We have 2 flicks, big flicks, coming out starring some big movie stars we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise star in Night and Day. It's kind of...
We have 2 flicks, big flicks, coming out starring some big movie stars we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise star in Night and Day. It's kind of this new genre of movie making that's taken off the past year or so, the action comedy. You know, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of either one of these guys, but I am looking forward to this movie. This movie, to me, looks like a whole lot of fun. It's an adult movie. It's getting great reviews, and it's good to see Tom Cruise not taking himself too serious anymore. He's kind of decided that he's been a parody of himself for a long time. We decided that a long time ago. But he's doing roles. Tropic Thunder was that way, and this role seems it's more the fun Tom Cruise, a new, reinvented Tom Cruise at this stage of his career.
And you said this is an adult-geared film. This isn't for younger children. What kind of audience would be drawn to this type of storyline?
Oh, I would say 21 and up. We have enough for children right now at the movies. We've got Shrek, we got Toy Story, we got all that. This is a movie for adults, great date night movie.
So would you rent this or would you see this in the theaters if you had a choice?
I think it's one of the most anticipated movies of the summer. I'd go today.
Okay, great. All right, and then we're going to move on to another movie coming out, and it's called, ironically, Grown Ups, but the thing is, they're not acting like grown-ups, right?
Well, what a shock when you have Kevin James and David Spade and Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider all together in a movie. Selma Hayek and Maria Bello come along on this ride. I know right now there's people that are going to go see this movie. They're going to say it's the funniest movie they've ever seen of all time. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of the same old, people getting thrown around, a lot of physical comedy and so on and so forth. I'm not so sure what any of these five guys especially have to bring new to the movies that hasn't been brought to the movies before.
Yeah, it seems like it's another remake of kind of those movies we saw in the 90s, like Big Daddy. And, it's funny if you think it's funny.
Yeah, it's a niche movie. And if you like watching Kevin James, fall out of trees and land on his back, then that's your movie. I got a feeling this is going to be hammered by the critics, but probably loved by the niche of people that are going to rush to see this movie.
Continue to follow AkronNewsNow.com for the latest local news, sports, weather, and traffic updates 24/7. And you can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter, too. For AkronNewsNow.com, I'm Lindsay McCoy. Have a great day.